Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back. Man, that game yesterday really was a doozy, wasn't it? We've got the Phillies and the Cubs today. The Phillies are actually fourth place with their 10 and 13 record. The Cubs are, this is weird. All right. So the Cubs are, what is this? We are in first place, but we're behind the Giants in terms of winning percentage. I don't even know how to describe this, right? But the Cubs are up there. We'll put it that way. They're neck and neck basically with the Giants, and so the Cubs play here first, I believe, today. Let me go make sure that that's true. Yes, the Cubs play first. The Giants will play against the Pirates. That will be the video you'll see in 2 days. The Cubs here against the Phillies. It's Red Doohan here against Jack Feister. Feister's 4-1 with a 2.54 ERA. Rolls a 36 for a 32, fly ball to right field, and it's going to be Schultz who has that one away. Here is Fred Osborne. Rolls a 35 for a 9. That's a single, but then Osborne is thrown out thanks to the little C. 2 outs, and here's John Titus. Rolls a 16 for a 26, ground ball to second base. Evers on to first, and we go to the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Frank Chance for the Cubs. Chance, 327 the average, 389 on base percentage, 429 slugging percentage. Up against George McQuillan, who has an A rating and is 1-5 anyway, and a 3.14 ERA. And Chance rolls a 35 for a 22. That's going to be a ground ball over to the first baseman, Bransfield, who flips over to McQuillan, covering at the bag, one away. Johnny Evers now. Evers rolls a 13 for a 14. There's a walk, and that'll bring up Jimmy Sheckard. So Evers with some speed is going to hit and run. And the rolls a 42 for a 14, and that's a stolen base for Evers. Sheckard up there still with a ball, or a strike, I'm sorry. And his rolls a 45 for a 14, so you knew he was going to walk either way. Lots of 14s being rolled. Here's Joe Tinker. 2 on, runner in scoring position is among them, of course. Runners on first and second. Tinker, 270 average, 18 RBIs. Trying to add to that total, he rolls a 44 for an 8. Ground ball to the left side. Grant has it, throws to first, and the runners move up 2 away. And here's Harry Steinfeld. He's only driven in 11 so far this season. Cubs with a good offense, of course. Steinfeld rolls a 66 for a 0. And a 24 for a 6. It's a double to right field. That will score both runners, and it's a 2-0 Cubs lead. Here now is Wildfire Schultz. Runner on at second, 2 outs, bottom of the first, 2-0 Cubs after the Cubs have 1 hit, 2 walks. And Schultz rolls a 61 for a 32. Fly ball over to right field, and Titus has that for the out. We go to the top of the second. Eddie Grant for the Phillies rolls a 41 for a 28. Grounder over to Tinker, throws to first, 1 gone. Kitty Bransfield will roll a 54 for a 45, fly ball to right field, and Schultz will be there with the catch, 2 away. Here's Sherry McGee. Rolls a 53 for a 15, changed in 18. That'll be a ground ball over to Tinker. Makes a good play on that one, throws to first for the out. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. Jimmy Slagle it will be to lead us off. He rolls a 54 for a 45, fly ball to Titus and right, 1 away. Johnny Kling now rolls a 31 for a 9. That's a strikeout, and there's 2 gone quickly. Jack Feister now for the Cubs rolls a 12 for a 24, and there's a little E roll. And it's a 42 out of the range, so it'll be a ground ball over to short, and Doolin has that, throws to first for the out. We go to the top of the third inning. Otto Knabe it is, and he rolls a 66 for a 0, and then a 53 for a 6. That's a double for Knabe. And that'll bring up Mickey Doolin, runner in scoring position, bottom part of the Phillies order. Mickey rolls a 31 for a 9, and that's a single, and it does score the run, and it's a 2-1 game just like that. Here's George McQuillan. Of course, he's going to bun this situation. 105 his average. He rolls a 41 for a 27. Those are 2 strikes on McQuillan. Then he rolls a 62 for a 12. That's a poor bunt. Left side, it's Steinfeld who fields that one, throws over to Tinker, covering at second base for the force out. 1 away. Here is Red Doohan, the leadoff hitter. Lots of catchers hitting leadoff, and Frank Chance used to be a catcher. Doohan rolls a 24 for a 13 and strikes out. 2 away. First strikeout for Feister. Here's Fred Osborne. Rolls a 21 for a 30. It'll be a fly ball over to center field. Slagle has that for the out, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. It's 2-1 still Cubs. Here now, Frank Chance, who grounded out to lead this game off. He rolls a 56 for a 34. It's a little pop-up to the left side. Doolin, the shortstop, has that, 1 away. Johnny Evers rolls a 44 for an 8. That's going to be a ground ball to second, and Doolin has that, throws to short, and that does it, 2 away. Jimmy Sheckard rolls a 21 for a 30, fly ball left field, and it's going to be McGee who grabs that. We go to the top of the fourth. Still a 2-1 game, close game. John Titus rolls a 43 for a 29. Comebacker to Feister, throws to first, one away. Eddie Grant rolls a 14 for a 43, fly ball to left, and Sheckard has that. There are two gone, and here's Bransfield, who rolls a 22 for a 7. There was a hit again, fourth hit for the Phillies, and that brings up Sherry McGee. Bransfield on at first, and the rolls a 26 for a 13. You can forget about it. That's a strikeout, and side retired. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 2-1 Cubs. Chicago only with one hit here at home. Tinker, it is, rolls a 25 for a 10. Of course, as soon as I said it, he was going to get it. You knew that was going to happen. That brings up Harry Steinfeld. Runner on at first. Tinker's not super fast, but fast enough. And here we go. It's a 66 for a 0. Then a 34 for a 6. It's going to be a double to right field by Steinfeld that scores the run. It's a 3-1 game for the Cubs. Wildfire Schultz now with a runner on second. Rolls a 63 for a 30. Fly ball to left field. McGee has that. There's two away. And here's Jimmy Slagle. He rolls a 45 for a 14 and will walk. So it's 3 walks given up by McQuillan in this game. He's given up 10 so far this season, having an unusually hard time with his control. And here is Johnny Kling. Rolls a 26 for a 27. That's going to be a ground ball over to the left side. Grant has it. Throws to Knabe at second for 1. Back on to first for the double play. We go to the top of the 5th inning now. It's a 3-1 game in favor of the Cubs. This is Otto Knabe, who rolls a 33 for an 8. It's a ground ball to Tinker at short, who throws to first, 1 away. Mickey Doolin now rolls a 64 for a 13 and strikes out. That's number 3 that's been collected by Feister. He has 15 this season. 2 gone, and here's George McQuillan, and he rolls a 13 for a 22, changed to an 18, and that's going to be another ground ball to Tinker, who makes a good play on it and throws to first for the out. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 3-1 still Cubs. Here's Feister. Rolls a 52 for a 27. Ground ball to the left side. Grant has it. Throws to first. 1 gone. Frank Chance now. And the roll is a 24 for a 13. It's a strikeout. Number 2 for George McQuillan. So quite a few strikeouts in this one for 1908 at least. 2 gone. And here is Johnny Evers. Roll is a 35 for a 9. That's a single for Evers. And he's thrown out because of the little C trying to steal. We go to the top of the 6th. And it's Red Doohan for the Phillies. He rolls an 11 for a 0. Hitting 361. And then it's a 51 for a 6. It's a double to right center field. And so he's now 1 for 3 today. And that'll bring up Fred Osborne with that runner in scoring position. Osborne's hitting 333, and he's 1 for 2 today with that time caught trying to steal. He rolls a 54 for a 45. Little E rolls a 35 out of the range. There's a fly ball over to right field. Schultz has that for the out. And there's 1 away. Here now is John Titus. Runner on at second. Still 1 out, top of the 6th. It's a 42 for a 40, changed to 23, and that's a attempt by the runner Doohan to steal third, and he's thrown out, but the third baseman Steinfeld is injured on the play. So we'll have to bring in a backup third baseman here for the Cubs. And is this one of these where I need to know who this is? No, it's going to be Heine Zimmerman's going to come in. He'll play third. He's not quite as good of a fielder, and that will hurt the Cubs a little bit in terms of infield fielding and in terms of third base, of course. Titus now has 2 outs, and he rolls a 31 for a 9. That's going to be a single over to, where is it? Over short. But then Titus is thrown out trying to steal second as Grant is up there, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Jimmy Sheckard here for the Cubs. Sheckard rolls a 22 for an 8, ground ball to short. It's Doolin who has that, throws to first for the out, 1 away. Joe Tinker now rolls a 52 for a 27. It's a ground ball to Grant at third, who throws to first, 2 gone. Heine Zimmerman now just came in the game. Rolls a 13 for a 13 and strikes out, and that's number 3 for McQuillan. We go to the top of the 7th. Still 3-1 Cubs. Eddie Grant rolls an 11 for a 0. Try that again. It's a 21 for a 6, so another double to right center field. Feister's been giving up these doubles like crazy. Here's Kitty Bransfield, runner on at second. He rolls a 15 for an 11. That's going to be a single that will score the runner, and Bransfield then steals second with Sherry McGee up there, and it's a 3-2 ball game. See what McGee can do. Rolls a 16 for a 26, ground ball to second, and Evers has it, throws to first, and Bransfield moves up to third. 2 away. It's Otto Knabe. And he rolls a 22 for an 8. That's a single that will score the runner, and we are all tied. Here's now Mickey Doolin. 3-3 game, top of the 7th. Mickey Doolin up there now. 9 hits for the Phillies against only 4 for the Cubs. And the rolls a 13 for a 39, changed to 38. That's going to be a stolen base for Otto Knabe, so he's gotten himself into scoring position. Doolin may only have a 185 average, but he has 12 men driven in, which is pretty good. He rolls a 33 for a 0. No sooner had I said it than it happened. And it's a 26 for a 6. That's going to be another double, and that will make this a 4-3 lead for the Phillies. And that will bring up George McQuillan with Doolin on at second. And only one out. McQuillan will swing away. 0.95 the average. He rolls a 53 for a 21, changed to 22. And that's a bad pickoff move by Feister. That'll be the first error of the game charged to the Cubs. And Doolin now is on at third. So the infield will come in. One-run game, 4-3 Phillies. Cubs have fallen apart. And the next roll is a 26 for a 13, and that's a strikeout. There's 2 men out, and here's Red Doolin. Doolin on base. Doolin at the plate. Doolin is 371 on the season. He's 1 for 3 today. He has 6 RBIs, and his roll is a 12 for a 25. There is a little E. And the roll is a 52 out of the range. That's a line drive over to third base, and Zimmerman has it for the out. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and this one just changed its complexion completely. 4-3 Phillies with the lead, and here's Wildfire Schultz for Chicago. He rolls a 13 for a 14. That's a walk given up by McQuillan, his 4th walk given up in this game. That'll bring up Jimmy Slagle, who rolls a 23 for a 32. Fly ball to right field. Titus has that for the out, 1 away. Johnny Kling, now the batter, rolls a 56 for a 32. It'll be a fly ball, over to right field. Titus has that. There's 2 gone. And here's Jack Feister, who was winning and now is behind the gun. Rolls a 16 for a 26. Ground ball over to second, and Knabe has that, flips over to Doolin for the out. We go to the top of the 8th inning. It's Fred Osborne for the Phillies. Osborne rolls a 23 for a 32, fly ball to right, and Schultz has that, 1 away. John Titus now rolls a 25 for an 8. That's a single, but then he's caught trying to steal. Hit number 11 for the Phillies, and they are just eating Feister up. 2 gone, and here's Eddie Grant. Grant rolls a 45 for a 14, and that's a walk, and Feister now is a D pitcher. Only interesting if you've watched the stuff on this pitching system I've done. Here comes Kitty Bransfield. We'll just play it straight up. And he rolls a 34 for a 44, fly ball to center field. Slagle has it for the out. I thought about hitting and running, but I thought, probably not going to do it here with 2 outs, top of the 8th. Of course, it would have been a base hit if I had, but, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Frank Chance now, bottom of the 8th for the Cubs, rolls a 46 for a 13 and strikes out, so McQuillan gets strikeout number 4. Johnny Evers rolls a 53 for an 18, changed to 17. It's a fly ball to right field. Titus has that for the out, 2 away. And here now, Jimmy Sheckard rolls a 64 for a 13, and that's a strikeout number 5, collected by McQuillan. We'll go to the top of the 9th inning, and this is an exciting one. Sherry McGee, to lead this off for the Phillies, rolls a 51 for a 10. That's a single to center, and that'll bring up Otto Knabe. McGee has the 11. We're going to hit and run. He's a fast guy. The rolls a 35 for a 36. That's a stolen base and then a wild pitch at the same time. Runner to third. I've never seen that one before. So that is interesting. That's an interesting result. Stolen base and a wild pitch, runner to third base. I'm trying to envision how that would happen in real life, right? I mean, that's got to be one heck of a wild pitch. I'm guessing that he's got that base already stolen. Infield comes in, by the way, and they have that pitch already stolen, and the pitch was so wild that the catcher still took a while getting to it. Knabe now, runner on at third base, nobody out, and the roll is an 11 for a 0. And the next roll is a 46 for a 2. That's going to be a double to right field. That will score the run. It's 5-3 Phillies. Hit number 13. And, Feister's got to come out of there. Feister's got to come out. There's no way that we can keep him in this game. Frazier, Lundgren, the pitcher. He has 2 innings pitched so far this season. 9.00 ERA, 500 batted against average. Here's Mickey Doolin. He rolls a 35 for a 23, changed to 36. That's a wild pitch from Lundgren. Great way to come out, let me tell you. Runner on at third now, and the roll is a 34 for a 44, fly ball over to center field, and it is caught by Slagle, and the run scores. Now it's 6-3 Phillies, and don't say that the Phillies are weaklings. George McQuillan up there now, 1 out, nobody on base. He rolls a 36 for 33. It's a pop-up to second. Evers has it, 2 away. Here's Red Doolin. And he rolls a 64 for a 13. That's a strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Joe Tinker up there for the Cubs. McQuillan going for a complete game. Tinker rolls a 46 for a 29. Come back to McQuillan, who throws to first, 1 away. Heine Zimmerman now rolls a 14 for a 43. There is a little E roll, and it's a 66. So 1's wasted. That's a fly ball over to left field. McGee has that, 2 gone. Wildfire Schultz now rolls a 66. Man, we got that again, huh? We didn't waste it that long. 23 for a 6. It's a double to right center field. Only hit number 5 for the Cubs, though. And here's Jimmy Slagle. And unfortunately for Schultz, that wasn't a 3-run homer. Kind of hard to do that with the bases empty. Slagle rolls, look at that, 66, 0. And then it's a 21 for a 7. That'll be a single to right field, and that'll score the runner. That'll bring up Johnny Kling, who's hitting 211. We'll just go ahead and let him hit. 6-4 is the score, and the roll is a 36 for a 33. It's a pop-up over to the left side. Grant is there for the out, and that does it. So the Phillies end up winning this one 6-4. That kind of knocks the Cubs off of the pedestal, and we'll see what happens with the Giants in the video 2 days from now. Wow, hope you enjoyed this one. There was a lot of craziness happening in this game. There always seems to be a lot of craziness in these games. I will talk with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.